Howdy everyone, this is Hillbilly
and Ames.
We are Gen Xers over 50, and today we'd like to talk to you about doing some stuff around your house, kind of like a checklist on things that you might want to check out and do maybe for the winter, the spring, and then also save some money just with simple things around your house.
And as a real estate agent, I'll kind of let you know what you should do as a seller if the time comes, and what buyers look for in a home as well, as far as the maintenance goes and the upkeep.
So, Ames, let's kind of talk about that first, and we'll get on into some money saving stuff that you can do for your house.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
So the biggest areas in a home that you need to watch for and focus on are your roof. A roof has a certain life expectancy, so just make sure that you know when that is and you build that into your budget when it's going to be time to replace a roof. Also, water. Do you have any moisture issues? Do you have a crawl space? Just make sure that you don't have any problems like that turn into mold issues and things that could be very expensive, cause health problems. You don't want any of that. So it's very important to stay on top of those types of things.
Yeah, and I can even say something on, since we do have a crawl space under this house, we actually have vents that go around, like, well, at least two sides, if not a part of a third one. And so it's real important that in the spring we open those vents so air can flow through underneath our home and stuff like that, and just make sure, not a bunch of moisture and stuff like that's locked in there. But then we have to remember in the fall, when it starts getting cold, to go around and close those vents.
Yeah, and we're kind of like, our situation of where the home is positioned is we do have water runoff. We don't have an issue with standing water, but there are homes. So if you're buying a new home or a newer to you home, or you have a current home that has an issue with either standing water or a bad spot of runoff where it comes and then it's like pools, under your home or near your home, you can look at things like French drains or placing, moisture barriers in the crawl spaces. There's a lot of options. A lot of them can be rather expensive, but it's more expensive if you have mold, and trouble like that with water. So it's something you need to stay on top of, be aware of, have an inspector or an expert look underneath your crawl space and explain to you what the situation is. They'll take pictures and they'll let you know what you need for regular maintenance and what you need to watch for.
Yeah, and something as simple as guttering and downspouts, can help a lot with the water issue.
Correct. And then the third biggest expense or area of concern for buyers, sellers, and homeowners are your HVAC and hot water heater. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you do regular maintenance and keep those in good working condition. There is a certain time that's life expectancy on all of those. So we recently replaced our hot water heater because we knew it was getting near the end of life. So even though we did regular maintenance on it, we actually bought a replacement and had it ready because we knew that it was going to happen. So you can decide to replace it before it goes out or, wait until it stops working. But that's up to you. But the HVAC systems, you need to have those regularly maintained, and you can probably talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, just keeping your filters changed. A lot of times, like, there's HVAC companies that will come check your systems, make sure your filters are clean, replace those. But it's very easy to do yourself, just by, keeping those filters changed and all that. That helps air flow through there faster and more efficient. And so it's actually going to save you money. It's kind of like sucking water through a straw and sucking, a big thick milkshake through a straw. It's going to take more effort and energy.
Right.
So keep that type of stuff clean. And also on the water heater, that's another thing. We actually saved quite a bit of money by doing that because we knew that our water heater was going to need to be replaced at some point because we knew how long we'd had it. So we actually found a really good one on sale. So we went ahead and bought it. We just kept it in the box, moved it in the corner of the garage, and then it was a few years later when we actually needed it. Well, that water heaters had gone up quite a bit. So we saved quite a bit of money just by buying that ahead of time on sale instead of just being stuck like, oh, our water heaters went out. Now we got to go out and buy, the one we need it right now. So that also can save you money. Just preventive stuff like that, planning.
Yeah, definitely plan into your budget the replacement for those major expenses, because your HVAC is going to be thousands of dollars depending on the size of your home.
Yeah, and you can also save money like on your electric bill and stuff by simple things as changing your light bulbs over to LED.
Oh,
bulbs.
Absolutely. Huge difference in energy efficiency.
We actually have saved quite a bit a month on our electric bill just by doing that. And yeah, it can be expensive if you just go out and change them all at once. Try to change them all. But what we started doing is first we found an LED bulb that we like the color, because there's
the
like
cool or the warm, yeah.
There's warm, there's cool, there's blue, and all that. So one color might be great in a certain area, but then another area you might want a little bit of different, maybe a warm color or something. So we kind of realized that we would buy some, and then as the bulbs went out, we would just replace them with the LED bulbs. And that ended up saving us a lot of money, and it was not a bunch of money up front that we had to spend to do that.
Right, like you can get at Sam's or Costco or Home Depot or places like one of those big packs of, I don't know how many's in it, but a big pack of LED bulbs for a real decent price, and then just replace them as they go.
Yeah, and I think once we determined like what colors we liked and stuff, I actually ordered some of them on Amazon, and they were on sale on Amazon, same name brand company or whatever. So there's certain things that you definitely can save on just with just that alone, because your regular bulbs, like you have a 100 watt, 150 watt bulb, and you can get the LED that might draw 7 watts. Now that's a big difference between 150 watts every time you turn just that one bulb on to 7 watts. And then especially like in our bathroom when we have multiple lights, now we're pulling less wattage with all those lights, LED lights, than we were with just one bulb.
Right. And when it comes to your major appliances like your kitchen appliances, your refrigerator, stove, oven, dishwasher, even your washer and dryer. So for resale, if it's time to redo your kitchen and you have the old appliances, not only for resale value, but also energy efficiency. So, that's just a decision to kind of build into your budget. If it is time to redo maybe your countertops and your appliances, maybe your cabinets are still in good shape, but that would be something that down the road, if you decided you wanted to sell and get a smaller home, that would be something that would be appealing to buyers, because buyers don't like to look at a property and see, oh, there's dollar signs of what I need to do to make it what I want. However, sellers always want to get top dollar. So it's a very difficult when the upgrades haven't been made for you to get the money that you want out of a property. And then if it's something that you're going to be living in long term and you're not thinking about selling, it's just the energy efficiency portion of it. Is it time to replace them before something happens? Plan it into your budget, and then you can get something that uses a lot less water and a lot less electricity.
Yeah, and like for us, we've lived here for quite a while in this home. We own it, and we chose to just change out one appliance at a time as they went bad, and so we weren't out a bunch of money, we needed a dishwasher was starting to get bad, so we started looking around. And I know, well, but I got this color and I want stainless or whatever. Well, I understand that, and you can do that. You can just start replacing with the stainless or whatever color you're wanting. And yeah, it might look a little off, but doing it that way will save you from having to spend a bunch of money all at one time.
That's true. You could spread it out if it's something you're not worrying about reselling that you're going to stay in.
And since we're also talking about, being able to save money also while we're doing this, now this worked for us. It might not work for everybody, but we have like all electric HVAC system. So our central air and heat, it is electric, and then of course you can get a heat pump too, that helps save money there. But we also chose, because like we could do it, a fireplace, wood fireplace insert. So we can burn wood if we need to, and plus electricity goes out, we can do that. And then we also have some efficient propane wall hanging heaters. And what the deal with that is, how that can save you money or not, because you might even have like natural gas or something. Well, as we know, prices on propane, natural gas can fluctuate. So can electricity and stuff. So for us, like if propane is super high, we just don't use it. At that point, we'll save it, and then we'll, not use it. We'll use our wood and our electric and stuff like that. And then also, we enjoy having a wood fireplace. So when it gets nice and cold out, we, use that quite a bit, which saves us quite a bit of money. But it also leaves you with, multiple ways to heat. And I wish we could do that with AC too. But needless to say, of course, we got your attic fans and stuff like that you can save money without the AC running. But there's some weeks and months that you just got to have AC. And so, and also you can kind of save money too on home improvements. If you can do like certain stuff yourself, then that's definitely going to save you quite a bit of money. Either if it's just, painting inside the house or doing a little landscaping outside. That's something we like to, landscaping, gardening and stuff like that. And so, we can, get some dirt and some rocks, and we can build a flower bed and stuff like that. So that's another way that you can save some money by doing stuff yourself. But also it keeps you busy, and when you're all done, you got something to look at, and you're like, man, we did that.
Yeah, we always have projects, and it does give you a pride of ownership, I think.
Yeah. And anymore, the way YouTube and stuff is, I think if there's something you're wanting to do in your house, maybe even patch up some sheetrock or something. There's so many videos out there of professionals and stuff showing you how to do it. So, you can save some money that way. Alrighty. I hope some of these tips and stuff like that helps you. And if you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already. And if this video would help somebody please share it with them.
And we would really love some feedback, so please add your comments below. It would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, people might know something that we don't that can help us too. And other people go through and read those comments, and they're like, hey, that's a good idea. So again, we hope this video helped you. We appreciate you being here and watching us. This is Hillbilly
and Ames.
We are Gen Xers over 50.
We appreciate you watching, and look for our next video.
We hope we made your day better.